What's up, everybody? Slim Cognito here, and I just wanted to give y'all a little lowdown on something that I just saw on Twitter, which was crazy to say the least, man. Because I'm looking at this here article on Vice right now, and it says that this Witcher 3 mod got Geralt to read new lines without the voice actor. And basically, to sum everything up, these modders made new story missions where there's new voice lines completely unique to the mod that the voice actor did not record themselves. And they did so by using AI to trump up a synthesized voice, kind of like you hear some memes where SpongeBob is using curse words, etc., and all these other things that's been going around lately. So here's that point that gets real interesting. I'm gonna let you know about that in just a sec. But apparently, a young man by the name of, let's see, Joe Foreman owns a podcast, works with ResD TV, Chicago Tribune, and Gigi's Gamer, whatever that means. So let's just say that he's some type of journalist or works in the world of journalism. And the issue with this guy, or the issue that I have, so to speak, is that he says that this sucks, and that, I quote in the tweet, just keep letting modders employ more and more tech and put people out of work, water down IP, and completely sap the market's interest in something they don't even own, I guess. And now, he goes on to say this is why companies protect their stuff as much as they can, because modders and hackers and superfans will never know when to stop. Now, I don't have to sugarcoat it. This is stupid, alright? And the reason that this is stupid is because the modding community has saved so many games from falling into obscurity. Okay, if not for mods and modders, there are games that would have died immediately. Oh man, everything Bethesda has done past after Fallout 2 would be trash if not for mods. Okay, I played Fallout New Vegas on a PS3 my first time. That was a rough experience, but imagine if I was able to play it on PC with all the quality of life changes. You know what I mean? Or let's just say the people who use mods in order to fix games that never really get fixed on the start end, because let's just say just because people have a job doesn't mean they're overqualified for it or just that capable. All right, Dark Souls had big issues if you didn't use mods. Okay, I remember that definitively, and there's many more out there. So I'm just wondering, like, what exactly was he going for? What was he trying to achieve with this terrible take? And I made this video in order to just make it clear to everybody, like, if you've never played a game with mods, it's not, because I know not everybody is a PC gamer and not everybody has played PC in the past, you know, but if you've never experienced a game with mods, it's literally something that gives more to a game that's already given what it's got. Like, for instance, GTA 5. I'm sure you've seen any Grand Theft Auto mod ever, okay? There was a mod for Grand Theft Auto 4 that made high definition textures, better lighting, and everything, and the game looked amazing. It looked like what we wanted it to look like in PS4 and 5, but we haven't gotten it yet. And it's crazy that that was way back in 2012, 2011, something like that. And here we are, you know what I mean? These modders have put all this work into, like, in my opinion, if you're going to complain about this and complain about fan bases who actually keep games alive, which not only shows how out of touch you are, so you don't understand the fan base, but also, if you're going to get mad about that, make the conversation about the fact that we're casually using AI to synthesize human voice. That's the part that we got to conversate about. That's the conversation that should be on the table, not attacking the fan base. And I find that it's become a trend that every time something pops up, blame the consumer, blame the gamers, and blame the people who buy the game. All the time. I don't see that in any other industry except for gaming industry, where it's just blame the fans, blame the fans, blame the fans. The very people that buy your game in the first place. It makes no sense to me. But that only happens in video games. They blamed us for Days Gone not getting a sequel. They blame us for... what was it was some places that were blaming the consumers for Cyberpunk. It were other places that were blaming the consumers for Marvel's Avengers. And it's just an ongoing trend that needs to stop, honestly. Because I feel like that's deflection, honestly. Because not every game is gonna be that hit that you hope for, no matter how much money you put behind it. But the fact that you've amassed a fan base, the very last thing you should do is try to shit in their face. And to be honest, a person like this fella here, let's get his name once again, Joe Foreman. One of the biggest issues we have is that there's way too many journalists and not enough video game journalists. So they keep looking at things from a cold, disconnected business standpoint. But there's not a single mod that has affected the sales of a game. If anything, mods make game copies sell more. People bought GTA 5 so hard on PC because of the modding potential. And they love it. It's a huge community. It's so huge that it's ridiculous. You don't even know. And if there were no mods, that community wouldn't exist. Having a community around your IP and your creation, your product, is really the main end goal when you're making these games. Elsewise, if you don't have a community or a fan base, what are you making the game for? It's like if Vex, an old 3D platformer from the Xbox and PS2 era, where it was kind of a failure and it wasn't that great of a game, but it was a niche favorite. You know, there was a handful of people who loved it. If you brought that game back right now, and it having such a small audience, what sense would it make to shit on that audience? Like, I don't understand. That makes no sense. This is just somebody giving a terrible take because it's obvious. You're making it obvious that you do not know shit about video games and you're just there profiting off of the industry. You don't belong here. Your position should be vacated for someone who's passionate about it, or more qualified rather. But you are, I don't know this guy personally, and I try not to sum up his entire personality based off of one tweet, excuse me, 3 tweets, but it's so disconnected and wrong that I can't give him any quarter. I just have to say that was stupid, bro. You should have kept your mouth shut on this one. You should have kept your mouth shut and made the conversation about the AI voices. Otherwise, I don't know how else to cut it, but yeah. Just keep that in mind the next time that you play Fallout on your PC or whatnot, or ask someone who is a modder what's it like to play games with mods. And I'm pretty sure that you could look up or have seen hundreds if not thousands of YouTube videos that have mods in Skyrim, mods in Cyberpunk, mods in Friday Night Funkin', mods in Smash Brothers. These things give the game more life. I'm done. Anyway, I really appreciate y'all for listening to this small rant. It really just hit a nerve real hard. So if you would, I would appreciate if you would give the video a like so it could help me out with the algorithm. And also subscribe if you want to see more. And this is not really a new way, but this is another way, another concept that we're going to keep bringing you guys more content on a regular basis. And yeah, I really appreciate you. Give me a comment. Let me know what you think and what changes would you like. Did I make some mistakes? Did I mess up? Do you like the way I talk? I don't like the way I talk, but this is how I talk. I don't know. Talk about anything. Anyway, did you like The Witcher 3? I found out it was one of the more perfect Zeldas I've ever played in my life. Tell me something. In the meantime, just remember the channel motto, okay? Intentions are the most important. Actions ain't nothing but loud, and words don't mean a damn thing. Take care of yourselves out there. Peace.